Well, good morning to you. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you with us on this Tuesday. It is the 10th of August, 2021. Hope you're having a good day so far. It's a little steamy outside if you haven't been outside yet. It is humid at 7 o'clock this morning, 85% humidity. That's right. We are in the dog days of summer, and it was only 81 degrees. It felt like it was 100 out there. Hey, but stick around. Hopefully you're indoors right now, enjoying some air conditioning, a cup of coffee, and we've got your HCC news and information for the next half hour. So Dr. Tony Rayo Sutherland is back with us again this morning. And Tony, you took a little day off yesterday out with the grandkids, I imagine?
Oh, yeah. Went to Moody Gardens, had fun.
Good. Always good. Were there a lot of people there?
No.
Really? That's pleasant. That's a pleasant surprise.
No, we felt like we were almost the only ones there. Wow. It was pretty interesting.
I guess it just shows people are, a lot of people just aren't feeling uneasy maybe with getting outside. Did you notice they were taking a lot of precautions when you went through there?
Absolutely. They certainly were. And but what was interesting is going into the rainforest, and it felt like just it was the same way it was outside, and they didn't need to do anything different. You know what I'm saying? They
can just open the glassed panels on the rainforest and let it be as is, because we live in a rainforest here in Houston. Hey, Tony, we've got. I want to remind our viewers we're back on HCCTV with this show. You can watch the recorded versions of the show at noon and at 5 p.m. on HCCTV.
That's right. Look for Houston Community College District for the Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and as you said, on HCCTV. That's right. So make sure you're following us in social media. Okay, Tony, stick around because we'll be checking with you shortly. I know you're going to be interviewing one of our guests, and that guest would be Danyelle Templeton. Danyelle is the founder of Hair of Nature, and she was also in the HCC Business Plan competition. She won honorable mention. Good morning, Danyelle.
Good morning, Todd. Good morning, panelists.
Good to see you again. We're looking forward to hearing about your success story and how business is going for you. So stick around, grab a cup of coffee. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes or so. We're going to kick things off with Tennille Johnson. She is the CEO of Scrubs to the Rescue, and she was also in the HCC Business Plan competition. And congratulations, Tanil, because you were the winner of the competition this year. Well, your mic is off. If we can get you to unmute your mic.
So thank you. It was such an honor to be a part of the program and then to ultimately win.
So tell us, I know I participate in the award ceremonies for the business competition every year. This year it was done virtually, but tell us a bit about the business plan competition, because I know you're the winner, but I know we hear from everybody who just participates say they all are winners because you get that input from peers and colleagues and mentors, and it really can be life-changing for your business, I would imagine.
Oh my God, yes, so true. So the program was very intense. We did a couple of weeks, and the most important thing I would say, it definitely elevated my business. We came out, they always say business plan. It never stops. And so I was able to continue to grow and to scale my business plan through this program. And the most important part about this was we had mentors that worked along side by side with us, which is so important because the program was intense. You get discouraged a little bit. And so your mentors are always there to kind of pick you up and encourage you and give you resources to help you get to that next level, depending on what you're trying to do.
Well, people may be watching now and they're wondering, wow, it's a business plan competition. She's got a successful business. Tell us about your business. What is Scrubs to the Rescue and what's your mission?
Wow, Scrubs to the Rescue. So I'm so in love with this business. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. If you go from store to store looking for a specific item and you can't find it, well, this is very true in the uniform industry. You would think with us being in Houston, the largest medical center in the world, that it would be so easy to find uniforms, but it's not. And so people are constantly looking for the right size, the right fit, the right style. And so that's where Scrubs to the Rescue comes into play, because we make it convenient and easy to look for scrubs, whether you're here in Houston or you're outside of Houston. And so the business plan really set us up to be innovative with our new scrub subscription, which is something that hasn't been done in this industry to date. not on a wide scale anyway. And so our business plan implemented a whole new model. So we already have retail, we already have online, we already do group sales. And so now we're implementing our scrub subscription, which is where you get uniforms shipped to you, just like you would some of the other subscription boxes. It's exciting, it's new, and our subscribers currently love it.
And just to clarify, you're one of the winners in this year's competition. What did the competition do for your business plan? You said it helped your business plan. Were you able to learn cost-cutting measures for growth? What did it help you specifically with? So
specifically for us, it was marketing. It was how do you get a wide scale recognition of your brand? What steps does it take to do that? Also, it was financing. Because they're small businesses, sometimes it's hard for us to get financing, especially with the bigger banks. So they gave us resources, alternatives, things that we can do outside of just traditional financing. So marketing, financing, and then with those two, your business can just scale itself.
You know, the last 18 months have been difficult on all of us, but I imagine small businesses were really impacted by this because you kind of had to go to a virtual world where you couldn't go out and meet your customers. How did that adversely affect you, and what did you learn to do to pivot, to change things?
Wow, I'll tell you, the COVID era really put us in a new mindset with our business. So we were just traditional retail online, but when the COVID hit and our customers couldn't come to us, we had to be very creative, and that's how our scrub subscription kind of came to life. We could ship our products directly to the customer. It was an exciting experience for them. They got what they needed. So we did a lot of pivoting during that time, and it made us think outside the box. And then with this business competition, it even took it further to help us to implement a really good strategy and plan to be successful.
I have in my notes that you guys are looking to become the DoorDash of scrub delivery. Is that one of your goals?
Yes, we are claiming it. DoorDash of scrubs. So yes, everyone will be getting Scrubs to the Rescue scrubs in their mail soon.
You know, one thing I know with small businesses, it's really important to get involved with those chambers of commerce and you know, your customers meeting face to face and doing a lot of networking. Obviously, that was put on hold. You learned how to really promote your business online and do a lot of online sales. But did this business plan competition help you with get back into networking with other businesses and local partners?
It definitely did. It taught us about, you know, how Zoom can really be integral to your business, even with your mentors and networking, but also with your customers. Because I'll tell you now, recently, we're getting ready to launch our social media where we're going to be more interactive with them, more face-to-face on platforms like this, like Zoom. So it definitely did that. And by us going through usually these competitions are face-to-face. We're in a room, we're taking notes. And so with it being on Zoom, it just puts you in a different mind frame and helps you to accommodate to the changes that are occurring right now.
What do you see as keys to success for women-owned businesses?
Women-owned. So women are kind of like the women in my life have been the background to help me stay focused, stay on track with what we're trying to do. I mean, we all come together as a village, and it's like an amazing experience. So women have been very integral to the success of this business. As a matter of fact, this business is all women, Black owned. We have 3 partners, and we've been successful with working together, coming up with, the strategies to project our business. So definitely.
If someone was thinking of getting into the business plan competition, what advice would you give to them?
I would say focus, because the business competition is not easy. I'll tell you, it took me 3 tries to get into this competition. Wow. But I kept focused and I kept trying. And then the year that I did get in, I won. So just stay focused. Don't get discouraged. Keep trying, because Houston has an amazing ecosystem for entrepreneurs. And it's not just HCC, but it's all kind of things that, business owners can get involved in to stay on track, because it's hard for us out here. So yeah, I would definitely say just stay focused, believe in yourself, and come up with a plan.
Tennille Johnson is the CEO of Scrubs to the Rescue. We're going to hear from Danielle Templeton in a few moments. They're both winners for the business plan competition, this last one. Tennille, thanks for joining us this morning. Continued success with your business, and we hope to hear from you in the future.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. And you all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. And as we mentioned, we have a couple of the winners from the competition. We're now going to hear from Danyelle Templeton, and I think Dr. Tony's going to handle the interview. So I'm going to turn things over. Danyelle, good to see you again. And here's Dr. Tony.
Hi, Danyelle. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I am doing great.
Great. Well, I understand that you were honorable mention winner in the HCC Business Plan competition. Tell us a little about Hair of Nature. That's an interesting title. How did it get started?
So Hair of Nature, we offer quality hair care products that rejuvenate hair growth. It was started due to my daughter and I hair loss. We have kinky curly hair. We needed products to not only hydrate our hair, but to restore our hair growth. I suffer from alopecia areata, which is stress-induced hair loss. And my daughter has sensitive scalp. So I needed natural plant-based ingredients that was going to help regrow her hair and make sure that it didn't agitate her scalp, which led to cradle kelp, the dryness, and severe breakage.
Ooh, so did you come up with the material, the resources, whatever to have a better product? Did you do that?
Yes. So I actually have two lines. I started out creating my own products because went to the beauty supply stores or my local grocery stores, couldn't find nothing that one was all natural ingredients, two that helped for me and my daughter texture because we have super curly hair, which dries out faster, and three, because we do suffer for hair loss, I needed something that helped with blood circulation to increase our hair growth because that's essentially what's needed. We need stimulation for healthy hair growth to regrow those thinning areas. And in doing so, I realized it was more people out there suffering in silence because it was people that, everybody has a different hair journey or hair issues that they need, and those products weren't readily available. So once friends and family saw me and my daughter hair transformation, they was like, hey, what's that miracle product? Can I get it? And I was just like, hair, because that's what we have, and nature, because all the ingredients that I use are plant-based or botanical-based. And then when the pandemic hit, couldn't get a lot of those herbs and butters, so I ended up teaming up with a manufacturing company who actually produced my store shelf ready products, and it's still all natural, no harsh chemicals, and it's really good for all healthy hair types, men, women, and children.
So how did you come about? Did you experiment with it? How did you come up with the idea of using what you finally came up with?
I went to the University of YouTube. YouTube and Google was my best friend. I just basically researched because at the time when I first started experiencing hair loss, my mom had just died. Couldn't find products to help me. I went to a dermatologist, and that's where I was getting these scalp injections. Later on in life, found myself pregnant, high risk, couldn't get the injections because he told me health over beauty. But, when you look good, you feel good, and I wasn't feeling my best. So I just started researching what's good for healthy hair growth, natural home remedies to restore my hair loss. And I came up with my revitalized herbal hair oil that regrew my hair. And then when I had my daughter, the hair oil that I made for me, because it's highly concentrated with essential oils, could not be used on her. So I had to make a gentle version, and I came up with a hair butter that soothed her scalp because of her the cradle cap, and then increased the blood flow for her hair growth.
So that's wonderful. That is so neat. So you don't have to be a scientist. You just experiment with different things and find out what works.
Right. And then there's also a lot of web pages that are actually cosmetic based, and they'll teach you how to make formulas. So if you do want to use an all natural ingredient or preservatives, because we want to make sure while we are taking care of our hair, we're making sure our skin is healthy too, because we don't want any mold or bacteria to build up in our product or on our scalp as well. So it was a lot of making cosmetics helped me do that guide of the right measurements and what to use and what not to use. So it was a lot, but it was well worth it.
Excellent. Well, now, how did the HCC Business Pitch Competition help your business?
It actually helped me personally, and then it helped my business. For me, I went into the competition kind of confused on who I am, what my product do, and my customers, because I have a vast customer base because I'm African American. I made products just for me, but I was learning that because hair loss is a big issue, I gained this big community in India that was buying my products, and I didn't know how to communicate with them, because I'm of a different ethnic background, but the language is still the same, hair loss. So with the competition, it taught me how to be more confident in myself and in my business, how to talk to my customers, pick out what the problem is, what I'm solving, and then essentially tell me how I want to go from point A to point Z, because the next step is to be in local retail stores.
That's excellent. Well, now you said that the pandemic had an effect on your business. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So because I do make half of my products, I use a lot of natural herbs, butters, oils, and most of them are imported from India, Africa, or wherever I can get them in bulk bundles. And when the pandemic hit, a lot of the flights stopped. So I couldn't get a lot of those imported products into the United States. And then everybody was making hand sanitizers. So bottles and jars and tops went missing for 3 and 4 months. So I had to pivot and find a different way to keep people interested while we wait on products, and how to make sales. So I ended up selling hair tools because now everybody was at home. The beauty salons was shut down. Beauty supply stores didn't have a lot of pickup or drop off or sales. So I started selling combs, brushes, bonnets, satin pillowcases. And then I teamed up with the distributing company because they was able to manufacture everything at one time. So I can have those styling products for people at home who's now having to learn how to do their hair. They don't have the luxury of going to a beauty supply anymore or a beauty salon to get their hair done anymore.
Well, tell me now, starting a business where you created the product is a lot different than just starting a business with a product that everybody already knows, whatever. So what are some of the hurdles that you felt that you had to go through to do that type of business?
One, I'm going to say getting out of the way of self-doubt, because when I first began creating the products and everybody was asking about it, I was like, oh, it was something I made. I just made it seem like it was, not that big of a deal. But when people are saying, hey, no, really, I want to know what that is. What are you using? I should have been saying, okay, this is what I make. This is what I'm, doing. I'm trying to help people. I think that was the first step, was just me not knowing my worth in my business. To your competition. A lot of us like to say there is no competition because we only want to focus on ourselves, but your competition can actually help you. If the wheel is not broken, don't try to fix it. Kind of emulate what they're doing in order for me to talk to my customer and, for them to engage in me. And I think 3 would definitely be just a social media appearance, because now everything is virtual. If you don't see it on Facebook and Instagram when you're scrolling, people don't know about you. So just have innovative way or creative way of showing your brand, and also talking to people that's interested, because everything doesn't have to be about a sale. Some things just basic information. So different types of hair loss, products that go together, curly hair type and straight hair type, which oils to use. So little informational tips draw your customers in. We're like, oh, she really knows what she's talking about. Let me go in here and buy something.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it, because they don't have to buy something every time. If they're just listening to you or trying to get information from you, they're contacting you. And so eventually they're going to buy something from you, right?
Correct.
Danielle, I've got a question for you. I don't know if you've heard the old phrase. It's necessity is the mother of all invention. Mm-hmm. And it seems like the best products are ones that people need. They create for themselves and find out a lot of other people need them as well. Is that kind of what inspired you to keep going with what you're doing?
Correct. And I think also with my business, because with my customers, I kind of build a community. So they'll be like, Danielle, we don't want that. We want this. And then, just being me. When I first started experiencing hair loss, I was 19 years old. I didn't know where to turn to, who to look for. I was embarrassed. I tried to hide it until I went to, seek professional help. And usually with hair loss, we'll hide it until we can't hide it anymore. And once I realized not only I was suffering, now my daughter is suffering. And then when people was like, okay, you know what, I'm suffering too. How, can you help me? I was like, okay,
Sure.
There's a lot of people that's suffering in silence and they have no place to go to look for help.
Danyelle Templeton, it's a great product. We're very proud of your success. We're proud to have you with the business plan competition. And I know, Tony, we're going to put the links to both your website, Hair of Nature, and also Scrubs to the Rescue. We'll put them in the social media post for the show so that people can check them out and check out your products.
All right, thank you. And I just want to say, if anybody's out there, thinking about applying to the competition, please do so. It has helped me tremendously. It's a great way to pivot your business and just stay focused. And I thank my HCC family because y'all have done me so well, and I'm so happy for this opportunity.
That's incredible. We wish you a bunch of success there, Danyelle.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Tony, as Tanil was mentioning earlier, if you don't get into the competition the first time, keep trying. It took her 3 times. We have a lot of people wanting to get into these competitions, but whether you win the competition or one of the winners, everything I hear from all the participants is you really gather all the same knowledge and you learn how to make your product successful.
Exactly. You're going to improve your business one way or another, whether or not you win or not. And then just the process of trying to get into it, you're learning a lot of how to improve your business.
That's exactly right. So we'll have the links to them and also the business plan competition and our entrepreneurship center in the social media post for the show. You should really check them all out. Okay, let's get into some news and announcements. HCC's virtual coffee breaks. Grab a cup of coffee with coworkers. And Janet May, she's our Chief Human Resources Officer. She'll continue chatting and adapting in this new reality many of us are still living in. A lot of us, as you can see, working remotely, staying safe. And we have a number of people on our campuses. We've got students returning to classes this fall, and there's a lot of changes there as well. So learn how to navigate through all this with Janet May and her weekly series. This week, in fact, today, she's talking with Dr. Indra Pillai. She is the Associate Vice Chancellor of Enrollment Management and Success. She'll be talking about enrollment here at HCC. Check your emails and register. Just search for coffee breaks. Okay, MBDA, they're back, Tony, with subs and sandwiches, and I believe they've got a virtual event as well.
Yes, they do. It's particularly with Austin Commercial. It is going to be Wednesday, August 18th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. It says bring your own subs because it's virtual. So you have to eat while you're at home. But it's targeted toward minority business enterprises. So it's the HCC Minority Business Development Association. So don't forget to register for that.
Yeah, and you might want to check your emails because Convocation is just around the corner. It's, in fact, August the 20th, Friday, August the 20th. Check your emails. One of them went out this morning. You can register for the Convocation. We were going to have it in person this year, but with this new COVID variant that's running rampant, it was decided to have it virtually for everyone's safety. So that's what we're doing. We're still living in this new normal world, but registration's begun for the fall 2021 virtual convocation. It's titled Diversity, Technology, and Personalized Learning, where we are embracing the future of Houston for the next 50 years. Of course, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. Where we're going to be in the next 50 years. The live stream virtual convocation event is in the morning with 2 post-convocation virtual discussions, interactive sessions, if you will, in the afternoon. We wanted to have an interactive component where you can interact with Dr. Kurt Ewan and facilitators. So that's going to happen in the afternoon. The morning live stream convocation, you can start at 9:30. We're going to have a pre-show. We're more or less going to play some videos leading up to the live stream event. That starts at 10 a.m. Or 9:45, I should say. That's when the program is going to kick off. The afternoon afternoon discussions. You'll take a break, maybe have some lunch, do your work for the day. And then at 2:30 and 3:30, there are options for afternoon interactive sessions. You can sign up for those as well. For registration, if you can't find that email, just go to hccs.edu/convocation.
And we have some very good news that we're very proud of. HCC shares the finalist spot with Rice University for the Houston Chronicles 2021 Best of the Best in the Community Choice Awards in the local university and college category, while the University of Houston won the top title. So our chancellor, Cesar Maldonado, said, "We are honored that the community recognizes HCC as among the top 3 institutions of higher learning in the Houston area. This is a testament to our achievement in living up to what HCC is all about. We are in the business of serving the community." So we are very proud of that.
Absolutely. We're also proud to welcome on board, well, she's coming back, the new president of HCC Southeast College, Dr. Frances Velagran Glover. You may recognize that name. She's been up in Northern Virginia. She's at the Northern Virginia Community College right now. But if you recognize her name, that's because she was in ABC here at HCC. Prior to joining Nova up in Virginia, Dr. Velagran Glover served as the ABC of Special Programs and Student Success at HCC, where she led a team of 50 student affairs professionals, including Veterans Affairs, International Students Counseling, Disability Services, and Minority Male Initiatives. Dr. Velagran Glover also oversaw HCC's compliance with Title IX and ADA, and she guided the post-Hurricane Harvey Faculty and Student Support Task Force. We're all very excited to welcome her back. She's a great lady, and we know she's going to do a wonderful job, and very excited to introduce her as the next president of HCC Southeast College. Okay, we've got a partnership with Intel for an HCC AI degree, Tony.
Absolutely. And the interesting thing is we're one of the few, we are for Texas. We are the first community college in Texas and the second in the U.S. to launch the associate degree for AI program. So this is a wonderful thing. And it's here to promote our AI program. And we work with Intel, we work with Microsoft, we work with Amazon. It's a wonderful program, and it's one of very few that you can go to for this program.
Right. Okay, real quickly, registration for the fall, that's underway. We are having classes on campuses this coming fall, and you can register now at hccs.edu/now. We also have a lot of funding streams to pay for your college education. Register now. Let us handle the funding for you. Okay, tomorrow's show, we've got a special guest, Chris Bourne, joining us on the show, our engineer.
He's our engineer.
He doesn't have enough to do, but he'll be on the show. I don't know what he wants to talk about, but we'll figure that out as well. And we'll have a special lineup of weekly guests with Game Day. That is digital gaming, so tune in for that. Tony, are you back tomorrow?
Yes, I am, and I can't wait to see Chris.
Yep, Chris is on the show tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow, folks. All right, we'll see you noon and 5 p.m. on HCCTV. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. live, Facebook Live and YouTube, right here on Up to the Minute.
those and I can use them the next day if you need to. So always feel free to do that.